Hey, it's Pastor Vicki here sharing with you another devotional on this Wednesday. I got a question for you. What was the biggest leap of faith that you ever took in your life? If you got a story, put it in the comments. Share a big leap of faith that you took. And while you do that, listen to me, because I'll share with you a leap of faith that I took that just did not seem to make sense. As you may or may not know, I grew up in New Jersey, lived about the first 20 plus years of my life in New Jersey. True Jersey girl to the hilt. And no, Snooki is not from Jersey, if you're wondering. And while I was there after college, I worked at a law firm for about 3 years and ended up doing paralegal work in the bankruptcy department. It was a really good job. I was helping on different bankruptcy cases for corporations, helping them process through bankruptcy and specializing in the billing of that. Very niche market that I had found myself in and had a really great future at this law firm. And then one day, God went tap, 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 and said, I got something for you. Hold on a second. And I sense God calling me to leave this really good job at a really good law firm to go do something I had never thought I would do. It wasn't a thought. Just wasn't a thought. And I couldn't ignore that little tap, tap, tap. That little small voice just going, psst, hey, psst, I got something for you. And what that was is God was calling me to risk it all, to take a leap of faith and leave my job at the law firm that I had a great future in. I was financially secure, to go live in a van with 5 strangers for an entire year and be a sound tech. It kind of felt like my own version of the real world in some ways, which made me even go, not going to do it. And at the time, I could say, yes, that's a soundboard, but that's all I could say. I didn't know anything else, but yet, tap, 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 tap. I couldn't ignore it. I just couldn't. So I was like, okay, God, if this is what you're asking me to do, I'll do it. And I went into my supervisor's office and I let her know that I had applied to be on this ministry team called Captive Free with Youth Encounter. And she goes, it doesn't make sense, but I know you and I trust you. You need to do it. And she let me go. And I went and I trained for a month. I learned not just what a soundboard was, but I learned what all the little dials and all the sliders did. And I met these 5 people who would then become family to me for the next year. And I even learned how to drive a 15-passenger van with a double extra trailer on the back. And I went out on this adventure called Captive Free. And let me tell you, it was the best leap of faith I ever could take. Because in all those little taps that God gave me, the little voice said, your life is about to change. Everything in your life will change. And it did. And it eventually, down the road after a couple of years, would bring me here to Minnesota, to seminary, to Discover Church, to being the digital pastor here. And it all started because I got that little tap from God. And I had to risk it all and take a leap of faith. I'm not going to lie, it was scary. I had no idea what I was going to do because I was leaving a good financially secure job for a volunteer position. It was 2 extremes that did not meet in the middle. But God said, I got this. I got your daily bread provided for. Just trust me. And I'm thankful I took that risk. I'll be honest, I was scared. I did not know where I was going to land. I did not know where this leap was going to take me. But if I was honest, even back then, I knew I had to do it. I had no reason not to, because I trusted God. I trusted God in here, and I trusted God in my heart, and I had to trust God in my actions. And I think that's what Pastor Carl was talking about on Sunday and what we're exploring this week. It's that God's asking each of us to take a risk. It may not be like leaving a financially great job to go volunteer for a year. That's just part of my story. But I think if you're honest with yourself, you know that God's been tapping you too, saying, hey, I got a leap for you. Hey, I need you to take a risk. I need you to trust me. So I pray for you today that the next time that God taps you on the shoulder, that you listen and you go, okay, God, I don't know where I'm going to land, but I know that you've got me. I know that you have the daily bread for me. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to take that leap of faith. Who knows? You might just meet 5 of your newest family members and have a life skill that will change your entire, not just your life, but your career path. I don't know. I don't know what the story God has written for you yet. But I do know, if you're daring to risk it, to take the leap of faith, I know that God's got you right here in the palm of his hand, and you'll be safe. So that's what I got for you today. If you got a great leap of faith story, put it in the comments, share it on Facebook or on Twitter or Instagram, wherever you are, and just share what you got. Use the hashtag DiscoverB3, and we'll share that leap of faith with you. You have a great day, and we'll see you on Friday.